What's up, guys, and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. For a guy who has been totally off all supplements and PEDs for more than 5 months and has also encountered a bicep tear in this time span, so he hasn't been able to work out properly for last 3 months. Nathan De Asha looks extremely impressive as he starts the first week of real heavy training. His next stop is none other than the Olympia. Considering that he wasn't able to make it to the biggest stage in the last 3 consecutive years, this is going to be a special one. His physique will most certainly be tested against some new and improved talent, which wasn't even there back in 2018. That was the last time Nathan was on that Olympia stage, and he placed 8th. I wonder, what did Patrikc weigh in his last contest? Has he gotten any bigger since 2019 Olympia, where he just weighed 236 pounds on stage and presented his career's best look? And that's why he cracked top 10. We usually hear that weight doesn't mean anything, but in Patrick's case, it does a little bit. He is 5'10", and unless he fills out his frame big time, it's highly unlikely that he will be improving his Olympia placings. Glad that he is taking this year completely off from competing and focusing on 2023 to bring a bigger version of him on stage. Considering Derek Lunsford and Hani Rambod are focused on retaining the 212 title in December, I see no one other than the giant killer Shaun Clarida to push him. He has a champion mindset. When Shaun made his Olympia debut back in 2015, no one would have thought that 5 years later, this guy would be Mr. Olympia. But it did happen. He beat a reigning champion Kamal, who was much improved from previous year. And history of Mr. Olympia tells us that when the reigning champ shows up improved in every aspect, he is never dethroned. Shaun is 100% focused. He is training like an animal in the gym. There is no doubt that he will be a few pounds heavier this year. But would that be enough to beat Derek? We shall see. Came across the latest picture of the beast Roelly Winklaar. What's next for Roelly? Will he compete again? I would like to think yes, but can he really make an impact on the Olympia stage like he did back in 2018? Roelly Winklaar would soon be turning 45, so at this point, it is a long shot. He was 5th place at Chicago Pro last year, 2nd in Spain, and 11th place at the Olympia. Keep in mind, this was the first year after 2015 when Roelly wasn't a top 6 Olympian. I think Roelly has nothing to prove, and the safest route would be downsizing slowly, making health and longevity his priority. When it comes to biceps, specifically the peaks, Markus Rühl comes to mind, a guy with one of the most peaky biceps ever. Although he did use synthol, but in his defense, everyone was using it behind the scenes, so that makes it an even playing field. Markus Rühl's 2002 Night of Champions, a show which is now called New York Pro, where Markus weighed 286 pounds on stage. That has to be one of the freakiest physiques in the history of this sport. Glad to see Urs, the future of classic physique, giving respect to his fellow countrymen, bringing the legend back to light by making a collab video hitting arms. It's almost time for Indy Pro, and here are some updates. Charlles Griffen peeking under the watchful eyes of his coach, Matt Jensen. He has already announced that this year he is competing more and putting himself out there until he gets to that Olympia stage. Justin and AJ are ready to peak for the third time this year, and he already looks on the money. And keep in mind, Justin is on low carbs, and he is gonna look much better once he carbs up. It's gonna be a battle at Indy. Hit the thumbs up button if you like the video and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.